So guys, on today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the most popular modifications that all of your typical car enthusiasts always do on their car, and why I've reached a point in my life where this is just something I've just gotten too old to deal with anymore. That, of course, is going to be downpipes. Now, look, I can appreciate the crackles and pops and bangs just as much as the next guy, but I've just gotten to a point where it's just become more of a hassle than it's really worth. You guys had seen I had posted a video a while back on the RS3 series talking about the diminishing return as far as the investment, the cost that goes into upgrading a Daza powered vehicle, whether it be a TTRS or an RS3, and looking at what it takes to go from stage 1 to stage 2, and just the complexity of the downpipe installation on these cars. It just makes it quite a bit of a hassle. Now, if you're a technician, if you've got a shop, if you own your own garage, whatever the case may be, and you are like the man, the legend, and this is just maybe in your world the easiest thing to do, swapping downpipes once a year for inspection purposes, hey, you know what? By all means, you go with what makes the most sense. But yeah, it kind of comes down to, of course, the type of car that a person has. I mean, I've had, the 2 liters, I've had the 4 liters, I had the 2.5, I've had the B58. I mean, yeah, on a B58 downpipe, not the end of the world. I think that's something I could probably live with. But, dealing with like a twin turbo V8, dealing with, the 5-cylinder where you got to have a special drive shaft removal tool, and you're trying to get that down. You're trying to be very careful. You don't want to cause any damage to your drive line. You got to lower the subframe, get the downpipe out of there. Then you got to get the car aligned afterwards. It's just kind of a huge hassle, man. And yeah, I don't know, bro. I feel like it's just one of those things where, especially the younger guys, it's just always like the first thing on the list, right? It's like, okay, car, downpipe, And you guys have heard me talk about it in videos in the past. A lot of companies have stopped making downpipes. Now, I know all exhausts are not made equally, right? There's your kind of knockoff, your sort of cheaper, like lower quality, like overseas made downpipes, right? Then you've got, of course, higher quality standards from some of the better brands out there. But at the end of the day, man, it's just like, it's just so much money to spend on something that it doesn't necessarily improve just the overall enjoyment of the car, especially with a car like this already having like an active valve exhaust. I mean, it already like sounds really good. It already sounds like pretty aggressive, man. You know what I mean? So it's just like, if you're gonna go do a downpipe, maybe a resonator delete, it's just kind of like, all right, bro, like, do I need this? Do I need this to be louder? Do I really need that? So yeah, maybe I'm sounding like a bit of an old man here, which that's okay. Life can change over time, right? Time's moving forward, and sometimes our goals and perspectives do shift. But yeah, I think I've just gotten to the point where, I think the last 3 or 4 cars I've had, I've literally swapped downpipes on an annual basis, reflash to stock, the typical hassle for inspection. And I've just reached a point where it's like, you know what, man, like I'm good now. Like I just don't even want to think about downpipes anymore. So possibly expensive parts. If you get a cheaper downpipe, yeah, you can save some money on the front end, but yeah, maybe you're getting a lower quality pipe that maybe it's going to crack, might have some kind of sketchy welds that might not hold up. And of course you got to factor in labor, your time, the inspection process, and of course, the smell, guys. That's the other thing, especially for all the guys that are running their, I guess, more illegal pipes. I mean, dude, like, have you smelled catless exhaust? Like, it smells pretty terrible, right? And like, you'd be surprised, like, I'll talk to people and they're like, yeah, I just noticed I did an exhaust upgrade in my car, and like, my kids were in the back seat complaining it just was kind of strong. It's like, bro, are you really driving around like with your family in the car, like with catless exhaust? Like, dog, like what? Really? I don't know, man. Different perspective, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely not something I could ever imagine. Like passengers, wife, friends, whatever. Like you got everybody just dying just because they can't breathe because you've got like horrific emissions from a callous exhaust. Yeah, it's just not fun. And I've worked in shops for years. I've, been around dynos. I used to be the guy that would like set up cameras like in a dyno room, and I'd be behind the cars with the tripod and this and that. It's like, once you've smelled that so many times, it's like, dude, I just don't know if I want to deal with this anymore. So, and even some of the cheaper catted downpipes, like you still get a often pretty aggressive odor from your exhaust. So yeah, maybe that's just gonna come down to your individual taste as a car enthusiast. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. I know I'm sounding a bit old man, maybe lacking in enthusiasm from the perspective of a car guy at heart, but you just reach that certain point where you're just kind of like, dude, you're sick and tired of the hassle with the downpipes. So yeah, that's just kind of my long-winded rant for the day, guys. Enjoy your cars responsibly. Be sure to modify responsibly. Always be compliant with all of your local laws and regulation. And I'll be sure to see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.